If you ever panicked just seeing your bank app on the home screen of your phone because you didn't want to know what was in there, this is for you. If you've ever laid awake at night doing math in your head, trying to figure out your money and make it all work, this is for you. If a bill has ever come in that you weren't expecting and you panicked and you didn't know what you were going to do, this is for you. You're not bad with money. You just don't have a system yet. And I want to show you the most simple system that I know. I want to tell you something that I've not shared yet directly on this channel. I was not always someone who had money figured out. In 2007, I was 24 years old and I was making less than $2,000 a month. My rent was $525 a month and I was drowning. I grew up not knowing anything about money. My parents didn't teach me, and I went to an expensive private college surrounded by incredible wealth and people who seemed to have everything. And I had no idea that what I was seeing was their parents' money, not theirs. When I graduated, I had a ton of student loan debt and consumer debt. I had a paid off car, and when it died, I bought a new one and financed it. And so I had to cancel my health insurance in order to cover the car payment. I was eating out so many times a week, getting expensive coffees almost every day, and I had absolutely no idea where my money was going. I wasn't reckless, I just didn't have a system. I was trying to live like everyone else. By 2007, I had overdrawn my checking account more times than I could count. My credit cards were maxed out. So I called my grandma to see if she could help. She sent me a check, probably a couple $100s, and I spent an entire weekend without access to any money. I remember walking around my neighborhood thinking, this is a life changing moment. I was 24 years old, and I was right. It was. That weekend, I started tracking my money, income, expenses, every dollar that came in and out in a spreadsheet. It wasn't fancy, but it was honest. And that spreadsheet that I've been refining for almost 20 years is the exact one I share for free below this video. A few months after I started, I lost my job. I was crushed, but I got it together, picked up more work, and I replaced that income. I started graduate school that fall and paid for my master's degree. By the time I had graduated with my master's degree in 2009, I had paid off all of my consumer debt. I got married that July, and my husband and I had $116,000 worth of student loan debt between the two of us. Our oldest was born in January of 2012, right in the middle of paying it all off. We paid off the last of our debt in 2013. And once that debt was gone, we could say yes to things that we could have never imagined. My husband's second master's degree, an adoption, we paid cash, and the arrival of our youngest child, a complete surprise. Life kept asking things of us that we didn't plan for. And every time this system worked, and it provided us options and peace. The same system I started building in 2007, walking around my neighborhood, broke, knowing that something had to change. So here's what I've learned about why budgeting doesn't work for so many people. It's not that they're not smart enough or they don't care enough. It's that most budgets are built around an imaginary month. You sit down with good intentions. You write down what you wish groceries would cost, what you wish life would cost, and then real life shows up. A bill you forgot about, groceries that were higher than you estimated, something unexpected, and your whole budget falls apart. And you feel like you've failed. But you didn't fail. Your budget just didn't live in reality. So here's what actually works. 3 steps, that's it. Step 1, see what you actually have, not what you hope to have, not what you think is in there, what is actually in your bank account. This means writing down your real income for this specific month and your real expected expenses. I remember thinking that I had money until 3 bills hit, and I actually didn't. Nothing about my behavior had changed. I just wasn't looking at the whole picture. The spreadsheet I share below is built around this one idea. See everything in one place, because you cannot make good financial decisions if you can't see what's actually there. It's linked below and it's free. It's the exact one that I've used since 2007. Step 2, decide what actually matters. This is where most people get stuck because everything feels urgent. But when you look at your real numbers, you start to see where your money is going and whether that matches where you want your money to go and what you actually value. For our family, we decided once that we don't spend money on food that we don't enjoy. Fast food that nobody really wanted, not worth it. But a really good meal with people we love, absolutely worth it. Once you make those decisions, you don't debate it over and over again every time, and the system takes care of you. Step 3, make a simple plan. Don't overcomplicate things. Just write down what you have and what you are expecting to spend in reality. If things change, you pivot. Your budget is meant to change and live and grow in your actual life. Each month, you will learn more and you will get better so that bills and events won't surprise you. I check the calendar before I finalize my budget every month because birthdays, annual bills, school events, car maintenance, none of those things should be surprises or emergencies. You can see them coming, so you plan for them now. This is what I mean when I say budget for your real life, not the imaginary version, the one that you're actually living. I'm going to be 44 years old this week, and I still use the same system that I started building at 24, walking around my neighborhood broke, knowing that something had to change. It worked when we had nothing. It worked when we were paying off $116,000 in debt. It worked through medical crisis, 2 mortgages, adoption, and variable income. This isn't a system that works when life is simple. It's a system that works when life is complicated. You don't need to be better with money. You just need a place to start. And this is where you start. The spreadsheet is linked below. It's free and it's the most simple budgeting system that I know. And you can start using it today, even if you've never budgeted before. If this video resonated with you, watch this video next. And if you want more conversations about building a life where money stops catching you off guard, subscribe to my channel.